Hey guys, Chef Jason Ray's Hardware Grilling Expert. Today's video, we're gonna show you how to make shredded beef on the Traeger grill, but just shredded beef. That's right, we're not doing it for tacos, we're not doing it barbecue, we're doing it neutral so that you can use it for tacos or barbecue or sliders or sandwiches or any of those fun things. So let's dig in, talk ingredients, get our prep done, and then get cooking. Now our ingredients today, because we're keeping it neutral, are very, very light. We have a 2.5 pound chuck roast, beautiful, choice grade, absolutely fantastic. We have that anything rub from Traeger, and we have some beef stock. Whew, a lot of ingredients, right? All right, let's dig in and get our prep done next. Okay, we have the meat sitting out and resting. We pulled this out and probably gave it about 15 minutes just to kind of rest, to temper a little bit. We're not gonna use a binder today because we actually want this to sweat out a little bit, and that will help that rub stick while the grill preheats. So we'll hold that piece of paper down just to make sure it doesn't carry over with the meat. And we'll go ahead now and season this. You know, we have a lot of different rubs and seasonings available at your local Ace, and that anything rub is going to give us a ton of flavor today. So like we always say, season as light or as heavy as you want. And then I'll tell you what, here's my little chef's tip for you as well. I like to season the paper because that allows me to go through and season the edges. So we'll go ahead and get this seasoned. We're gonna let this rest fully seasoned, and I'll see you out at the grill. While the meat is resting and just tempering a little bit, and before we get to the grill, one of my favorite tricks is to go ahead and load that probe now. So I'm in the middle here. I wanna go about to the center there. Nice thing about loading the probe ahead of time is, guess what? Less time with the lid open. Now I get to put it in the grill, close the lid, plug it in, we're good to go. We went ahead and topped off the Traeger with those smoky wood pellets. We're gonna set it at 225 degrees today. We will hit ignite, and now we are ready to go. All right, we're preheated to 225 degrees. You can see we've loaded that chuck roast in there. It did a beautiful job sweating and helping that rub tack on there. So now we're gonna go ahead and close this. We're gonna go ahead and plug in the Traeger probe, and then guess what? We're not tracking time, we're tracking temperature. So we'll keep this cooking till it reaches about 170 degrees. Well, I figured we'd give a little check-in just because I love to know where we're at what time. So here we are, 1 hour in, sitting at 113 degrees. But you know the best part is, I can also see this on the Traeger app because that is super helpful. Here we are now, right at the 3.5 hour mark. This has reached 165 degrees. So here's what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and build kind of a raft, if you will, because inside that raft, I'm now gonna add that first cup of beef broth or beef stock, whichever you choose to use. Now, what we'll do is carefully, we're gonna fold this up and maintain all of that moisture in there, like so, and then back into the Traeger. Now it is time to turn the temperature up to 350 degrees and get that thing finished off. Here we are after 1 hour in the 350 degree range when it's wrapped. Now, we're currently sitting at 195 degree internal, but I wanna check probe tenderness as well, because sometimes they don't always finish the same, meaning I may be more tender and ready to go before I hit 205. I am not on this, so I'm gonna cover this back up, and we are now gonna keep tracking this on the Traeger app and on the screen till it hits that 205, where we're gonna check for tenderness once again. All right, so here we are right at that 2 hour mark. We've reached internal of 199, and look at that. Just like I said, sometimes it doesn't always match. So tenderness, we are right where we wanna be. Now, what we're going to do is carefully lift that up. We're gonna go into a pan. We're gonna make sure this stays covered. We're gonna unplug the Traeger probe like that, and we're gonna go in the kitchen for the next most important part of this. We are gonna let this rest in the kitchen, covered, for about 30 minutes. And I'll see you back in the kitchen when it's time for the unveiling. Okay, we have been sitting resting for a half hour. I want to carefully open this up so that you can see how easily we're gonna shred this. Take that probe out, save those juices. Those are gonna come in handy a little bit later. Now, let's go ahead and get that right there. I have insulated gloves under my nitros, and look at that. I'm just getting in here and shredding that up. And the best part, like I said, I can use this for anything. Taco Tuesday, Fajita Friday, all of those delicious things. I can use it for barbecue and more. But look at that right there. Beautiful shreds, and I'll tell you what, check it out. Look at that beautiful bark and that amazing smoke ring. All right, so tail of the tape, let's see, we had about 3.5 hours of smoke time, 2 hours of wrap with a little bit of moisture until it became tender enough to shred. Now we have one amazing neutral shredded beef. That's right, I could use it, like I said, for anything. Barbecue, pork, tacos, fajitas, the whole shebang. Now, if you're looking for more fun things to shred, stay tuned because my shredded ham video is also tasty and delicious, and that video is coming up next. Yeah, that right there, that's my payback.